Ian Martin and Josh Bolander in Carver Hawkeye Arena as the Hawkeyes for the second straight year win their first round NIT game at home and have earned another home date on Friday night. Josh, first half highlights?
Let's get to it. A sold-out crowd in Carver Hawkeye Arena for Iowa's first round NIT tilt, with the Sycamores of Indiana State out of the Missouri Valley Conference, and it was the visitors making some noise early. First, it's the Sycamores in transition. Daywin Cummings finds R.J. Mahurin, splash, and then it's Mahurin taking his business elsewhere. Same spot, different side of the court. Traby in. ISU head coach and former Iowa assistant Greg Lansing loving that. He loved this too. Some sloppy Joe play by the Hawks leads to the Cummings rip, coast to coast and lays it in. Sycamore bench loves it. Indiana State rolling. Timeout Iowa. That would prove to be the turning point in the game though. Whatever McCaffrey had to say, it worked. Hawks explode in the final 5 minutes of the first half. First, it's the Red Mamba, Aaron White, with the follow on Melson Basabi's miss, and it's White again. You're clear for takeoff. Monster dunk. Hawkeye faithful appreciates the effort. Hawks go into the intermission on a 13-4 run, but holding on to just a 1-point lead to the MVC's fifth-place squad. Ian?
The second half, an entirely different story, though, and Devin Marble set the tone early with this dunk. Then Zach McCabe gets 2 technical foul free throws. He makes the second after making the first because Indiana State had 6 men on the floor. Then McCabe finds himself open outside, and he's been known to hit that from time to time. Next possession down for Iowa. Mike Gazelle didn't have the best game for the Hawkeyes. Foot still bothering him, but McCabe again on an 8-2 run by himself after he was scoreless in the first half. Also with a good game, Aaron White. White had a double-double, 11 points, 13 rebounds, 2 of which on those offensive boards earning the foul call. Indiana State's Justin Gant with 2 of his 16 points, but nobody else for the Sycamores had more than 6. Melson Basabi's favorite U2 song, Elevation, as that's pretty much the nail in the coffin, and Iowa gets Fran McCaffrey his second consecutive first-round NIT victory. Well, the Hawkeyes handled the Sycamores easily, and one big reason for that was Aaron White.
Yeah, big game from Aaron White. Hawks really struggled coming out of the gate. A lot of turnovers, but you saw it in the Minnesota game, the Illinois game, and now here tonight against Indiana State. Really picked up the energy. Melson Basabi played well as well, I guess.
Yes.
Fran McCaffrey not giving him too much props in the post-game press conference, but, 9 points, 8 boards. Did all right. Post playing well.
Yeah, he didn't have a double-double. White did have a double-double at 11 points, 13 rebounds, 9 of those points in the first half. Had a lot more offensive rebounds in the second half. Devin Marble's going to get a lot of credit. He had his 8th 20-point game or more of the season, but you don't think that he's everything for the Hawkeyes.
Yeah, I think Marble plays well. He had the slump in the middle of the year. He's picked it up down the stretch. I think he was averaging almost 19 a game down his last 6 or 7. He's going to have to pick it up a lot, though, if this Hawkeye team is going to make a run to New York. Plays well against maybe the middle-tier teams. Didn't necessarily play that well in the Big Ten tournament, and that's a lot of the reason why the Hawks couldn't advance past Michigan State.
Absolutely, and the Hawkeyes can't rely on Marble to be the player. Their role players need to play well if Iowa is to win. Zach McCabe, for instance, had all 8 of his points
game tonight
in the second half. And they all came in a really small stretch, 2 technical foul free throws and then back-to-back three-pointers on back-to-back possessions, but those small spurts make a big difference. So Stony Brook is next Friday night. What do we know about the Seawolves, Josh?
Don't know a whole lot about the Seawolves. Fran did say that they possessed the player of the year, a guy Fran actually tried to recruit and bring here to Iowa City. So that should be interesting to see. Gazelle tonight, only 14 minutes. Foot still may be a problem, so Clemens not necessarily having the greatest game in the world either. So that guard play could prove to be a little bit of a...
Yeah. Clemens only played 6 minutes tonight, and he basically got yanked in 2-minute stretches 3 different times. Fran was very unhappy with the way he was playing. Just said it was a freshman having a bad game, though.
Yep.
So that's what Fran said in his press conference. And if you want to hear what he had to say, or Indiana State's head coach, a former Iowa assistant, what he had to say, check out our videos on the Daily Iowan YouTube page. That'll do it for us until Friday night from Carver Hawkeye Arena. Josh Bolander and Ian Martin as the Hawkeyes defeat the Sycamores in the first round of the NIT.